Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Oh, hang on, one sec. Somebody wants to say hello. Do you want to say hello, boy? You want to say hello? Yeah, I'm going to scratch you. Should we come back later? Say hello to everyone on YouTube. Oh, sorry. Yeah, my player 2 was, he wanted to say hello. He's, bless him, he hasn't been well. He's, I don't know how I managed to do it. We went for a run on Sunday morning. Don't worry, we are going to talk about GameCube games, but I'm just giving you an update on my dog, Rossi. I don't know how he managed it, but he's cut all his paws. It wasn't warm because we went really early, like 8 o'clock in the morning running. It wasn't even that warm outside, but one of his paws, bless him, was raw. I really feel really bad about it. So he's had a lot of loving and touching, but it's trying telling a fucking an 18-month-old dog that you can't go for a walk in case you get an infection. He doesn't understand. But anyway, back to the channel. Back to the video, I should say. Yeah, so today we're going to do top 3 Tuesdays. I forgot why we were here then. Yeah, top 3 Tuesdays. We are going to do my top 3 Nintendo GameCube games, okay? I thought I'd put my fight stick there so you got something to look at. I didn't want to put my games out and give away what my my top 3 are. I've got 2 honourable mentions here as well. But the thing with the GameCube, it'll always have a special place in my heart. I know it sounds corny, but I don't know how else to say it. I struggle with my mental health. I'm much better than I used to be. And I used to have quite a serious alcohol problem, alcohol addiction, where I got to the point, we've all done it, we have a couple of cans, a new game comes out, you buy a couple of cans or a bottle of wine, and then you go home, enjoy yourself. Well, with me, I didn't know when to stop. I don't mind saying this on on YouTube, you know. But yeah, it turned from once a week. It went to 2-3 times a week. Before I knew it, it was 7 times a week. It went from 1 bottle of wine to a bottle of wine and 4 pints, or 2 bottles of wine. Then it got to the point where it was 2 bottles of wine and 4 cans of Stella. Oh, it was a mess, you know. It was a lot of waste of money as well, actually. So I couldn't game without drinking. And so I actually sold every single game console I had. I got rid of my PS4, sold all my games, everything like that. About 6 months later, then I stopped drinking. I haven't touched alcohol. Last time I was drunk, it was at my father's funeral. So that was allowed. That was a couple of years ago now. Anyway, that's not about my my drinking or me stopping drinking video. I just want to get across how important the GameCube is to me. So one day I was helping my mother clean out her garage, and I found my original GameCube from back in the day. I completely forgot I had it, and I had a handful of games. I don't know why I didn't sell them. I don't know. I just kept them, and I thought, I wonder if this will link up to my TV. And I wanted to play some Mario Kart, so I thought, right, okay. Yes, it would link up to my TV, and it looks really good on my Sony HD TV. You can change the picture aspects. It's not like widescreen, dragging out the graphics, you know. And then I started Then I found out I didn't have to drink. I thought maybe while I was gaming, so I thought, oh, maybe it's something because it's an older games. So basically, I started collecting then for the GameCube. And a couple of months went by. I think then I got back into, like, I bought a PS3. I saw how cheap the games were. You could buy amazing games for 50 pence. And then I snowballed from there, like 14, 15 consoles later. Here I am with my YouTube channel talking about it. But yeah, so it's thanks to the GameCube that kind of got me back in. Because I had turned my back on gaming. I thought, for my health, my mental health, and my overall well-being, I thought I have to stop drinking, and the only way I could do that was by getting rid of my PlayStation and all my games. So yeah, so thanks to this little console, it got me back into it, and we're here today. So I think we'll move this now. I know you don't get tired of looking at that awesome artwork. Well, I know I don't anyway. I'm going to do 2 honourable mentions before we get into my top 3 games for the Nintendo GameCube. But looking at these games, the top 3, especially the number 1 game, it's either my first or second favourite game of all time. Okay, I kind of played it a bit on my channel before, but yeah, there's 2 honourable mentions I thought I'd talk about as well. So one of the honourable mentions is Freedom Fighters. Now, I picked this game up based on, I saw this written on the box from the makers of Hitman 2, and I just finished Hitman 2, and I saw this and thought, oh, great. It doesn't, admittedly, the graphics, nobody talks about this game and says how good the graphics are. I thought they're okay. To me, they looked very similar to the Hitman graphics, you know. I think actually I got this on I think I got it on the PS2 and on the Xbox. I originally did, confession, I did play it on the Xbox. But I just saw this when I was looking at my GameCube collection. I thought, yeah, I'm just going to talk about this. I'd love them to remake or do a sequel to it. There's nothing really out there that I'm aware of that plays like this game. You know, you gotta, if you have played, you know what I'm talking about with the maps, and you gotta say, right, I gotta take out the helipads so that makes it easier in this other part of the map, so there's no helicopters, taking out the bridges, etc, etc. So yeah, that was one of my honourable mentions. Yeah, really good game. It's not expensive if you haven't played it. It does hold up. I've probably played it 3 times in the last 3 years. So yeah, it does definitely hold up. And like I said, it's on the Xbox and the PS2 as well. Another honourable mention. I wanted to put this in my top 3, but then when I look at my top 3, I've got the nostalgia attached to it as well. So my other honourable mention is Soul Calibur 2. Obviously, you've got Link was the special character in this. It's probably the Soul Calibur I've played the least, but it's just so cool to play as Link. What I tend to do, I tend to play my Xbox version, you know, mess around with Spawn, mess around with Mitsurugi, my regulars, and Nightmare as well. And then I go, oh yeah, I'll play as Link. So then I just literally pop this into my GameCube, play as Link. So I probably, as far from my GameCube's perspective, it only knows me as playing as Link. I don't think I've ever played as any of the other characters, you know. But yeah, that was my second honourable mention. Right, now into number 3, and these are some big hitters. This game is fan-fucking-tastic. Skies of Arcadia Legends. It is a reboot or a remake or port, I suppose. I don't know how to explain it, from the Skies of Arcadia that came out on the Dreamcast. This is one of the first games I bought. When I bought my Nintendo, my GameCube, I picked this up the same day. There was a very knowledgeable sales assistant there, and he was telling me, do you like RPGs? And I hadn't long finished playing Knights Old Republic. That was my first ever RPG, so I was like, oh, I like these RPG games. So when he told me about this game, I was soaked. It was like Sky Pirates. It ticks all the boxes. God knows how many hours I've put into this. I can just sit and just, you know, do farming, level up my characters and things like that. It's really cool story as well. I strongly recommend this. I'm lucky enough to have a complete in-box version as well. This game is going for a lot of money. You're looking quite comfortably over £100 on eBay if you want to get this game. For me, it's definitely worth it. I didn't pay anywhere near that, by the way, but it's definitely worth £100. I gotta be honest, because I've got that nostalgia attached to it. There's a massive following as well. I'd say a cult following of Skies of Arcadia fans out there crying out, begging for a remake. You know, give it the Final Fantasy VII treatment, you know. But I'm happy. I think we're fortunate to have this. Is a fucking gem of a game. So that's my number 3. God, big one to follow, isn't it? Another game I bought on the day I bought my GameCube, and this is actually the reason I picked up the GameCube, and this is still the game I bought. This is the original surviving game that I bought. I did talk about it earlier on. It was Mario Kart Double Dash. This thing weighs a ton, so again, you can see I looked after my games, you know. It did live in my mother's garage for a long time. What I will point out as well, what's unique about this version, I haven't seen this anywhere on eBay. This includes, so it's Mario Kart Double Dash, but includes the Zelda games as well. So it's got The Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. I think that is more expensive than actually Mario Kart Double Dash, you know. But yeah, I've never seen this. I have no idea if it's adds value to it. I'm not selling it. This would probably be one of the last games. And I tell you what, my number 1 will be the last game in my entire collection. I need my number 1 game in my life, you know. If that game stops working, I'm buying another one that day. I don't care how much it costs. Anyway, getting back to Mario Kart Double Dash. I loved it. I think it's by far my favourite Mario Kart in the series. The other thing I love about this was when this came out, a lot of my friends and family had GameCubes, and we used to do these. It used to be like a house parties, right? So say I was kind of a late teenager, like 17, 18. So say my parents used to go travelling a lot, so they'd be on holidays. And like on the weekend then I'd invite all my friends. It was nice. I'd invite friends from my swimming, from my school and from work. And they all, you know, all kind of like-minded kind of people. But the star of the show was always Mario Kart. And then it became like a Mario Kart night. So we stopped calling it like house party. They were called Mario Kart nights. And I remember once my cousin, he got to the point where he did a Mario Kart tournament, and he like went round and he posted these like almost like you get invited to Evo kind of thing. It was the tournaments we had with this game was really good. Yeah, I got nothing but good memories of this game, and some of the shit we used to talk to each other whilst playing. Yeah, what a great 4-player game. Yeah, excellent. And it's what's good as well, it's good fun to watch. So say like 4 people wanted to play first, you didn't mind watching your mates play and stuff, because it's just so much fun. Yeah, that's by far my best, my favourite Mario Kart game. I don't think anything will ever top this with the nostalgia I've got for it. Okay, so that's my number 2. And my number 1 game, this is the best game in my collection. It does change if it's my number 1 game or number 2 favourite game of all time, but it's whatever mood I'm in, it's in my top 3. Is Capcom vs SNK 2, Millionaire Fighting 2001. This is easy option on the GameCube. It works absolutely beautifully with the GameCube controller as well. Like the GameCube controller, I think still used today on the Switch. It's a controller of choice, you know. I love the GameCube controller. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. I love stages. It's got my favourite stages. That's actually this one here. You probably can't see it that well with the ship. You're like on an iceberg and there's a ship coming from the tiny ship, and it gets bigger and bigger as the fight progresses, and then the flags come out. Yeah, it's got the best stages of any fighting game. Arguably the best cast. Some people might say the Marvel vs. Capcom games have got a better cast. For me, it's a tough one. You know, like you can have Geese Howard against Akuma, you know, it's Rock Howard against Ryu. Do you know what I mean? There's so many variations. You can do one-on-one, you can change the speed. This game is as close to perfect, I'd say, as you can get, you know? I don't know what else to say about it. It's never in here because it actually lives. He lives in my GameCube. I don't think I've actually played, other than Soul Calibur 2, since I've lived in this house, nearly a year, it hasn't come out to my GameCube. It's this and Soul Calibur 2, but this is the one that tends to stay in there. I do play, obviously I play my GameCube quite often, you know. At least once a week, once every other week, you know. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining me for my top 3 Tuesday. Sorry it was a bit dark when I was talking about my fucking alcohol addiction at the start, but I wanted to get across how important gaming is to me, battling my mental health, you know, and I came very, very close to leaving gaming behind, and I don't know what other hobbies I would have had, you know. So again, let me know in the comments what your top 3 Nintendo GameCube games are. Have you played these? Any recommendations for me to play? I try to interact with all the comments. Not that I get a lot of them. I'm a tiny fucking channel at the end of the day. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you like this content. But as always, love you, bye.